Hello, everyone. My name is John Vargo. I'll be talking to you today about meditation. A little history on myself. I am the founder and creator of Turn In. Turn In is an organization I created in 2018 to bring mindfulness and meditation to first responders after my career in the fire service. Prior to that, I worked for the City of Chandler Fire Department for 20 years. I retired as an engineer paramedic in 2017. After I'd retired, I found myself unhappy and anxious, irritable, just started compounding. And so at that point, I started searching for different ways to try to calm my mind. And I found that meditation was very successful to do that. At that point, I went to the Chopra Center for Wellbeing, became a certified meditation instructor there, and then followed up at UC San Diego to their Center of Mindfulness there, becoming an MP coach there, mindful performance enhancement, awareness, and knowledge. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about meditation and kind of everything that surrounds that. So really, we got to start with what makes us stressed. And there are plenty of contributing factors in our life that makes us stressed. And, for years, it could be the calls, it could be the crews you're running with, it could be the citizens. I mean, so many different factors go into that. One of my big, things that would set me off, which is kind of silly, but dishes in the sink. I'd come home after shift after 2 days and there'd be dishes in the sink and I would just lose my mind. I don't know why. End up getting in a fight with my wife, or it could be the traffic on the way home. I mean, there's so many contributing factors to what makes us stressed out, and we all have been there. So, anytime we encounter resistance to the fulfillment of our needs and desires, our minds and bodies become activated. Any threat to our safety, happiness, or self esteem provokes a cascade of physical and emotional reactions. This response is known as fight or flight. We know that. We know that our norepinephrine, epinephrine is being released into the body, and this is going to create stress. I mean, this originally was designed back in the, well, of course, early man days where we would fight, we would run for our lives, but now there's so many stresses in our lives. We need some tools to help us calm that down. So being under all of this chronic stress, it's going to have effects on the body, of course. So our blood pressure is going to go up. It's going to lead to heart disease. Increase in stress hormones going to lead to anxiety, insomnia, different types of addictions. Increase our blood sugars, which could lead to diabetes or obesity. Decrease in circulation to the digestive tract, excuse me, and also digestive disturbances. Um, Decreased growth in sexual hormones, premature aging, decreased immunity, infections, cancer, and increase in sticky platelets, which up our chances for heart attack and stroke. Um, Back to decreasing immunity, I mean, we know that we're already lacking sleep, we're under stressful conditions, and these two can be contributing factors to the high rates of cancers within first responders. So, this is another slide that just kind of talks a little bit about it, and you can see the different things that are going on within the body. So maybe you can relate to some of these or all of them or just a couple, but we know the power of stress is a real thing. So, what is our antidote? What are we going to do about it? And for me, among many other things, but this was a huge piece of it for me, was meditation. And so, through plenty of science, we have plenty of research that has been done. You can Google it, look it up for yourself, but we know it lowers the heart rate. We know it lowers our blood pressure. We're going to sweat less. We're going to slow our breathing. We're going to decrease that inflammation in the body, improve our immune functions, and change behavior patterns, and just be happier. And touching on this change behavior patterns, it's you don't react to as many things. Like you're just things are coming at you in just slower motion, if that makes sense. You have a more crisp view of how things are going after time of meditation. Well, at least that's my been experience. So for years, I thought that happiness that I was so searching for was just outside, and so we refer to this as object referral, looking outside ourselves for happiness, fulfillment, and approval, a state where we feel localized in a world of positions and possessions. And it, that shiny truck maybe did bring me happiness for a little while, but it wasn't maintaining. I truly wasn't happy on the inside. I didn't have a joyful presence about me. There's a little saying that I like is, wherever I go, there I am. And, it's so true. I can be miserable anywhere I go, no matter what the environment is. And it wasn't until I turned inside to the self-referral through meditation, we turn our attention within to discover the self, which is the source of all creativity, peace, and joy. So I'm going to touch briefly on different styles of meditation. There's so many different kinds. There's apps out there where you could check them out. Insight Timer is one of my favorites. There's guided meditations, there's silence, there's timers. So just kind of a quick overview of some of the meditations that I prefer. Mantra, primordial sound. It's where you use the same word over and over and over, and it's used as a grounding tool. So if you're focusing on this mantra, it's a grounding tool. It's this vibrational tool that you're saying, repeating to yourself, which is trying to focus your energy. I mean, your mind is going to move from your mantra to thoughts. You're going to be thinking about, chores you have to do or what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. And so this is just used as a tool. And so Om could be a mantra you could use. There's many different styles of mantra, transcendental meditation. Maybe you're familiar with that uses mantras as well. A body scan is where you basically go through your body. We could start at your feet and work your way up, and you're being present with whatever body part we're involved with at that time. And so we're using that as our grounding tool, as our mantra, if you will, to keep our attention into our body. And we know that we can always turn to our body once we become proficient at these body scans to kind of feel what's going on within ourselves, or find a place of refuge or an anchor we could use as well. Awareness of breath, and that could be just simply observing your breath, focusing on your inhalation, your exhalation. You can do different styles. You can inhale for 6 seconds and breathe out for 6 seconds. There's many different styles, but the point is that you are focusing on your breath. And when your thoughts get a hold of you, which they always do, you simply recognize you're in those thoughts and you just come back to your breath. And it's a practice of going back and forth. And there's no judgment in that. That is the meditation of it. And, if that provides you a few seconds relief during your 10, 20, 30-minute meditation, that's some relief that you didn't have. Mental noting. It's a style of when you could be sitting there with your eyes closed and you hear different sounds and you just note it. Bird, plane, car, wife, husband, child, and you're just recognizing these things for what they are, or whatever grabs your attention. It could be a thought, and you could simply note it as a thought, or a feeling in your foot, or a sensation, or whatever draws your awareness. You simply just note it, and then whatever grabs your attention after that, you name that, you go to that. So box breathing kind of goes along with the awareness of breath, but that's a practice of you're basically drawing a breath with the counting section. So box breathing, so we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and inhale for 4. And you can do this cycle over and over. So if you could do that, for 2 minutes, that'll provide you some relief. You may be having a stressful situation, or before you maybe get out of your car from walking in from the station, or your patrol, that you're able to do almost kind of like reset using this box breathing method, and maybe it would provide you some relief as well. Allowing emotions is simply just noticing what emotion you're having and what effect it feels or you notice within your body? Where is it? Just allow that to be. Life's going to happen, and we're going to be happy, we're going to be sad, we're going to be angry, but just notice that, how it makes you feel. So, like I said, in our meditations, we're going to have different thoughts, and that's totally normal. That is okay, and you're not doing it wrong. Um, just know that when you finally recognize that you're not meditating anymore, and you're thinking about something else that took you away, we simply just come back without judgment, simply with curiosity. So when you're meditating and you have your eyes closed, there's many different things you're going to be able to see. You can have colors or sounds. You might hear visions, different lights, motions, memories, tingling, twitching. All these things can come up within your experience, and that's all completely normal as well. Falling asleep while you're meditating. This is super common, especially among first responders, just because of our lack of sleep. We're sleep deprived. And so, once in a while is fine, but if you continually fall asleep, then that's your body telling you need more rest. It's that simple. And when we do meditate, we ideally don't want to lay down. We want to be in a restful awareness state, as they would describe as. So we're sitting up, we're alert, but yet we're relaxed, and that'll help us not fall asleep. So. But be aware of that. And another thing I want to touch on too here is these binaural beats. And you can look these up on any of the meditation apps. Basically, your brain has different ways, of course. And so the certain brain waves activate different parts of the functions of the body. So you could listen to these beats and they emit this wave. It's hidden inside the song, and it'll activate, let's say, like your delta wave or something that's going to put you into a deeper sleep or a deeper state of meditation. And these are outstanding. I use these all the time. It's a little biohack, really. So disturbances and expectations during meditation, they're going to happen. And, it is what it is. So, it's how you relate to those disturbances. So, just even this morning when I was practicing, someone walked in the room and it's like, okay, instead of getting angry or mad about it, oh, you ruined it. It just is what it is. And you just like, okay, someone walked in the room, and then you let it go. And having expectations around meditation, it's not going to change overnight. It's not going to happen immediately. But it happens though. And it's through time and a continual practice of a meditation. And people will notice the changes in you before you notice them in yourself. So don't get frustrated like you feel like it's not working or it's not having a benefit on you. I can tell you my life is 100% different than when I started meditating. It is 100% better. That is a fact. So don't judge your meditations by experience you have in meditation. Look for these changes in your life over time. It's like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. And you really want to meditate, ideally, if you can, the first thing in the morning. I use a little statement called RPM, rise, P, meditate, even before the day begins. Just get after it. I do 30 minutes in the morning. I probably do a few minutes at night, just depends. Or at night, I'll kind of just think about my day and different things, or just kind of like put it all together, play it again, and things I may have done differently, or areas I can improve on, or areas that I'm happy with. So and then when things are getting tough, one of the best things I've ever done is just a gratitude meditation, or you can even use a gratitude journal, simply writing things down that you're thankful for, and it kind of takes you back into that space of joy. There's always going to be things we want, and it's always there. We're always striving to go and go and go, and if we just stop sometimes and just be grateful for what we have, it's worked for me to kind of reset on the harder days for sure. And then to finish up here, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day. Unless you are too busy, then you should sit for an hour. That's so true. So anyways, thank you for your time today. You can always reach me at john@turnin.life, or our website, turnin.life. And please reach out if you have any questions or if there's anything I can do to help you become a better meditator. All right. You guys take care, and we will talk to everyone soon. Thank you.